I fell in love with the beauty of this area. The mountains, the wildlife, the nature, everything about it connected with me as an artist, and it was inspiration that I needed to be able to create art. The first time I ever saw mountains, I knew that that was a place that I had to be. Well, I first heard the hammered dulcimer when I was 4 years old, and I told my mom that it was so beautiful that I wanted to learn to play it. And I first saw it when I was 9 years old at a music teacher's house. Her name was Peggy Carter. And I said, "What's that instrument over there?" She said, "Well, that is a hammered dulcimer." I said, "That's what it looks like. I'm supposed to play that." So I picked up the hammers and started playing. Well, about 23 years later, here I am as a professional hammered dulcimer player having the time of my life. The hammered dulcimer is an ancient instrument. Most likely its origins are in ancient Persia. And from there, it branched off into many cultures throughout the world. One place it was very common was Europe in the late Middle Ages on into the early Renaissance. And there it was cultivated over generations to become the modern day piano. Well, the immigrants to the United States would have brought it over here probably during the colonial period. So they would use them as a portable piano in a way. And it was very common here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. This instrument has been played here for a very long time. The hammered dulcimer, or different varieties of it, are played throughout the world. And there's a lot of awesome world music out there that you can go find the hammered dulcimer in. So I love to listen to that and then draw some inspiration from that and put it together in my music as world fusion music. I love exploring new sounds. I love exploring lots of different genres. The hammered dulcimer, it's one of those instruments that within some boundaries, the possibilities are limitless. Welcome to my studio. This is where I record my own projects and also collaborate with other artists. I'd like to play for you a small sample of the different types of music that I play, as well as some of my alternate techniques. I see myself as a composer first for the hammered dulcimer. There's not a huge library of music that you can just go pull off the shelf and start playing. So I enjoy creating new things that feature this instrument. I had trouble believing that I could be a full-time musician. And I think part of that disconnect was I didn't value art. I didn't understand how important it was to me and to the world. And when I learned that music is a service to the human spirit to share God's love, hope, and healing, that is what gave me the freedom to think, wow, I can do this. This is valuable. I'm giving something as an offering to be able to share with people. And that's what my goal is in all of this, is to be able to enjoy what I do, play honestly from the heart, strive for excellence, all those things are important, but the driving force behind all of that is to share that love, hope, and healing. I've experienced it in my own life, and I also want to share that with you. I hear a story in what I play. And that story is sometimes an experience that I've had, or it might be the story of nature. When I'm outside walking by a stream and see that stream, I think, boy, if that could tell a story, what would it be? And I start imagining, and the music just starts coming out. Or, I see an epic vista of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I just start seeing notes, form on top of the mountain or along the ridge. Or I hear a bird singing, and well, he's already singing a song, and sometimes those notes kind of come out into my music. This nature that we're in, it is an orchestra. The music's there. We just have to listen and imagine, and that's music.